Starting. It's live. We're live. All right.
Oh, crap. Oh, no.
It's there. Welcome once again, my friends. This is the Cackling Carnarium After Dark. Oh, and there it is. I gotta turn that volume off. Amateur hour. There it is. Got there.
We got that.
All right. So, for those of you who show up possibly in the next few minutes, and there we go. Warlord Hank is here. Yes, we have audience finally.
What's up, Hank?
All right, so what it's basically, this is episode 2 of Cackling Carnarium After Dark, and we are going to be doing a live brew with our friend Steven, also known as @Trapixium on Twitter. Steven, say hello to the crowd.
How's it going, everyone?
This is basically, so Steven accused me once upon a time of being a journalist, which puts a lot of pressure on me, Steven. So it was natural to bring you on here to try and brew something that might make you cringe. So that's the goal today.
Ooh.
Today we are doing live brew of an EDH deck. It's kind of like roasting the guest, and we decide we're gonna put something in there that, well, something that you wouldn't typically play. But first, let's talk about your EDH play style. Tell me about your favorite some of your favorite commanders, some of your favorite styles. Give us an idea of what you like, and then we'll find you what you really like.
Oh, you mean this guy?
This fucking guy.
This guy right here. He's stuck in my head and won't leave. Xenagos, God of Revels, is my main flagship deck. It's the deck I'm most comfortable using. But aside from that, I'm not that big a fan of Jund, because
I'm surprised, because you run Rakdos too, so you go red, black, green, black, but you're not all in on Jund.
No, not really. It's just Prosh is such an annoyance. I hate Prosh to no end.
Oh, you see, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater just because Prosh happens to combo with Food Chain, and it's just broken. And is it Food Chain or is it Protein Hulk?
It's Food Chain, and then Naya's not bad. I built Gashoth. Gashoth extra turns, actually. That was a really fun one.
Okay.
Turns out when you swing a 7/6 at someone about 4 times, well, they're dead.
That does it. Yeah.
And then you get to look around and go, these are all my friends. So
Zuby, Johnny's confirmed. I do not hate babies. We love them so much.
Debatable at large.
No, we don't hate babies. There's no hating of babies on this channel. Just the guest.
Oh, man.
Roasties. All right. So
Ooh.
I think, let's see. So let's see who we got in chat. So we heard he likes Xenagos. He's not into, and he doesn't like Prosh. But like, what else? And he says he likes to play Sultai as well. So that means he dabbles in blue. Let's see.
I do play a little bit of blue. I'm very familiar with Mill.
You're very familiar with Mill. Okay, you like Mill. Okay. I think I kind of teased Twitter with a let's go mono blue kind of thing, but I had some. I didn't want to put you on the scent. I've got this idea. Let me go. Let's go ahead and do the screen share here.
All right.
I'm gonna prime a deck for you. We're gonna see what you think of this. Is that showing there? Okay, there we are. So that should be, let me make sure that's popping up here on the YouTubes. There it is. Okay, so here we are in Goldfish, and now I'm going to get focused. Let's see, tools.
No, for mono blue, personally, I do Teferi of Zalfir.
Oh yeah, he's great for stopping like suspend decks and just messing with people's. I love that. It's like I've come to accept the fact that I am a stacks player at heart. It's just a question of what colors and how I want to limit my resources, limit the opponent's resources.
The way I'd want to do Teferi mono blue is control, and obviously you'd run the pool because, well, the pool.
See, I think I had a feeling this might be because you said Orzhov at one point, but I figured that was like you like doing damage with Orzhov, but I don't think that's the way. I think I've got another answer for you. Who's my commander? Here we go. Let's, yeah. 8.5 Tails.
Oh no!
Do you know 8.5 Tails?
I know 8.5 Tails. Oh dear, mono white. Oh man.
Oh
Okay.
Lord. Oh, but no, see, I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm gonna give you something that I know any Magic player who plays EDH, you're going to enjoy this one. Don't worry. You'll like this one.
All right.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Eternal Witness. No, not Eternal Witness. Hang on. Enlightened Tutor. There it is. So you
Oh
get an
man.
Enlightened Tutor. All right.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna give you Enlightened
Okay.
Tutor, but there's
Uh-huh.
baggage. You're getting baggage with this one.
Okay.
All right. Wait
All
for
right.
it. That baggage shows up in the form of Circle of Protection, not art. We'll start with artifacts. We'll add
Okay.
protection artifacts. And
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Circle of Flame. No. Hang on a second.
I was gonna say, isn't that a red card?
Yeah, that's you know the Circles of Protection?
Yes, I'm vaguely familiar with them. They were big thing in fourth edition, if I recall.
Oh, they were the bane. People hated Circles of Protection all way back. They were annoying. They seemed cheesy and cheap, and it's just like it felt like a cop out. Let's give you a COP green. You don't need COP white because you got that built into there. Let's go COP black.
All right. So what I'm getting from this is a Pillow Fort deck.
Something like that. And since we are going in Pillow Fort direction, let's go ahead and give you Ghostly Prison.
Yep. But the main question is, how are we going to win using this Pillow Fort strategy in white?
Card.
Life gain sounds way too easy. Because
I mean, let's see. Let's what do we got? What's chat telling us? What's up? All right, so we've got Circle of Protection art. I think we wanted to keep it technically legal. Technically. What was one more thing I wanted to put? I like this one. I love throwing this one at people because people see this and they're like, what the heck is Bubble Matrix? Let's do
Bubble Matrix. Freaking bubbles?
Matrix.
We're using bubbles now?
Okay. Show me Bubble Matrix. Oh, what did it tell me? Is it name? Oh, name can't be blank. Okay, Steven's favorite deck.
Yep, because if there's one thing I know, it's definitely mono white weenies. Oh yeah, you know me.
As mono white flying idiots is the way I would recommend for this. Let's see. Let's save that. All right, so we'll pull.
I realized we were playing Simic.
That free. Okay, so you got 8.5. Let's get familiar. Let's get familiar with 8.5 tails. So, for those of you who don't know 8.5 tails, 8.5 tails is 2 white for a 2/2 legendary creature Fox Cleric, because Fox type was super relevant in Kamigawa.
Totally.
And then you pay 1 and a white, target permanent you control gains protection from white until end of turn. And you pay 1 colorless, target spell or permanent becomes white until end of turn. So for 3 mana, you basically can nerf something out. We're giving you Circles of Protection because Durdle, Ghostly Prison because of that. And Bubble Matrix is all damage dealt to creatures is reduced to 0. So you make all your flying idiots and they just go ping, 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 ping. So yes. Let's. What do we got in there? That's 9 cards. All right. So
I've never heard of this Bubble Matrix before. What is this?
It's an old reserve list card from Weatherlight. I've had a copy since forever, decades at this point. I never I never knew what to do with it. Like I never understood what do I do with this card? It just seems so janky and weird. And this one actually, this is a lot of fun. This messes up combat. Like people don't know. They basically, oh, my battle plan just died because I can't do damage anymore with my creatures against creatures. Everything just bounces. So you put up a bunch of flying idiots and it's like, oh, they just kind of sit there and go, hee hee. So yeah, Bubble Matrix is a weird little Pillow Fort thing that does lean on creatures. So what would you like to use? What do you think you'd throw into Bubble Matrix for making that viable?
All right, so let's add a really fun card my friend used to use on me when he would play Mono White Avacyn Wrath.
Mono White Avacyn Wrath? That sounds like terribly unfun deck.
Oh yeah, especially when you're running Xenaghost. He would use Mother of Runes. He would use Story Cycles.
All right,
Oh
I have
man,
Mother of Runes there.
Containment Priest. Then of course we got Swords, Path, Return to Dust.
Oh, so sword, you know, in swords. All right, and
You know, just make sure nothing can stick to the field for too long, because if anything sticks to the field for too long with this deck, everything's gone.
derp. All right, path. Oh, swords, path, and what was another one? Something else.
You know, Hour of Revelation. It wasn't the card I said, but it's the card this deck deserves.
It's not the card we wanted. It's the card we deserve. Hour of Revelation.
Bingo.
I'm not terribly familiar with that.
Jank had a really good suggestion. Sphere of Safety. That's a good one.
Sphere of Safety. All right.
Mesa Pegasus. Never heard of that one. That's a new one.
Wait a second. Is that Sphere of Safety and then Mesa Pegasus? I gotta see. I don't trust. Hang on.
Well, it's Zuby putting in Mesa Pegasus. So
I think Mesa Pegasus is like a jank flyer from like Alpha.
Yep. Snackies is right on the Darksteel Mutation Quarantine Field. All right, that's enough hard removal, I think, for now.
Quarantine Field. Oh, okay.
Now we need to force Mass Edicts, which means board rats. More board wipes. Because we're in mono white, and this is all we do.
Let's check in with chat here and see what people are talking about. The best mono white commander is Magenta the Lion. Don't tasty. Sphere Safety level. Put Zuby's trolling. That's what's going on. He wants to force Mesa Pegasus. Yeah, it's funny when the guest is like, "What's a Mesa Pegasus?" We have to look it up.
God damn it, Zuby. Mono white mill, Restoration Angel,
Mesa. So yes, Mesa Pegasus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot it had banding. So Mesa Pegasus was 1 and a white for a 1/1 flyer with banding. So yeah, okay. That's good. I like that one. Okay, that works.
You can't scare me with banding. My friend had a mono white birds banding. Oh. Called it the Aven Inquisition.
There. Mesa Pegasus makes the cut. All right. So edit. Yeah.
Zuby. You want to know a really good card? Stormcrow. I highly recommend it. Every deck.
But only the white border version.
Bingo. Even better.
Not that janky OG Alliances crap.
The hell is this?
Yes, Mesa Pegasus. That's it. We'll go pants on Mesa Pegasus, and it gets banding with I don't know, a piker. Oh. All right. You know what?
Speaking of good flyers, what does every mono white jerk run? They have at least one. It was last reprinted in Iconic Masters. Let's go Sarah Ascendant.
A Sarah Ascendant? Okay.
Yep.
I think this is the one. Hang on. I think this is the one.
Not even a problem. Do what you gotta do, man.
Ication. Is it creatures? Creatures? Where'd the creatures go? All right. No, that's not the one. I gotta edit that.
What are you doing?
That's wrong. I broke it.
Zuby. I am offended. Xenaghost is offended. And he's not even in blue.
What the Stormcrow is lame. Stormcrow was totally fair magic with Force of Will. Because that's why you put Stormcrow in, so you had Force of Will, viable fuel.
Exactly. If someone tries to counter the Stormcrow, you just Force of Will it in.
Oh, Zuby's bringing up Damping Engine?
Oh, yep. Damping Engine. So, just so everyone in the chat's aware, my chat's right here, the camera's right here. Hi.
All right, so we got Damping Engine there. Right. I definitely want to figure out what this is. Ication. I got to figure out the ication thing.
Let me see here
What
on my
was
other
it?
handy dandy
Not
marker.
scout, not town, store, no, priest, no, no,
Oh my
no.
god, it's a whole community.
Ication skirmishers. Okay, this one was
Oh,
cool. So if you're gonna go to the trouble of putting a banding card in anything, the Ication skirmishers gives that's a once you figure out banding is like basically if your
I know
creatures
what
are
banding is.
banding and your opponents don't, you get to choose how things block. Like
Yep.
you choose how damage goes. It's like I don't know why they couldn't have, I wish they could have simplified it. People never got their heads wrapped around it, but we're gonna throw an Ication. What was it again?
Skirmisher.
Skirmishers. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I know what banding is. A friend of mine had the genius idea of making a mono white banding birds deck.
Banding birds. The banding birds.
He referred to it as the Aven Inquisition. It was hilarious. 71 birds flying straight at my face.
Ew. Somebody played a Krinko deck tonight at Commander and went, I don't know what it was, but they all became 10/10s like with haste. It was just brutal.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was playing. I built an Obnixilus Unshackled deck, and it I'm getting distracted here. Kami of the False Hope. Oh, Kami of False Hope. I think that's the fog one. Kami of the False Hope.
Maybe.
Go Gadget. Kami of the False Hope. Kami of the False Hope. This is the White's version of Spore Frog.
Mm.
So yeah. Although I don't think this one spiked in price quite the same way as. Let's take a look. Yeah, it didn't spike the way Spore Frog did. Spore Frog was like I think a $4 card now.
Mm-hmm.
Take a quick little peek at financing here for a hot second. Oh, never mind. It's down. It's like $150-ish or $250-ish. All right, so Kami the False Hope. That's all right. So if we're throwing that one in there, what's that? Oh my god, I'm blanking. All right, help me out, chat. There's the Zendikar land that if you have 7 planes out in play, you get to bring something back from the yard. I'm blanking on the name of the.
That's a card?
Yeah, it's from original Zendikar block.
Oh, okay, it's around the same block as Valakut. All right.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which one is what's going on with that one. Let's get distracted. What was I doing? Kami the False Hope goes in. So at Kami.
Oh, Snacky's got it. Emeria, the Sky Ruin.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Thanks, Tasty. All right.
Sands of Time is nice.
Area the Sky Ruin. We'll throw that one in there. And that card.
Oh, Jank. Oh, man.
What did you do?
He was going to buy Sands of Time.
Sands of Time. Let's get familiar. Oh, God. This card is the worst. Each player skips his or her untap phase. All right. And then that's fantastic.
Is this stasis on an artifact?
No, it does weird thing. It's basically you don't get an untap phase, but what happens is at the beginning of each player's turn, untap each tapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls, and tap each untap. So basically, whatever's tapped untaps, whatever's untapped taps. So it's by the time you get to your upkeep, it's worth it to have everything tapped out. This was more relevant back when mana burn was still effective. Like you couldn't just tap out all your lands and not get burned. You would basically, if you tried playing that game, you would burn yourself. But because mana burn, this is not as, I don't know. It messes with messes with other resources. It doesn't mess with lands as much because of that. But still, it's that's a fun one. Yeah, okay. Sands of Time.
Mana burn cards are always fun, like Braid of Fire. That's the kind of one everyone knows about.
Mana burn. Mana burn was my favorite gameplay story. Is how I whittled myself down with mana burn to use one of my cards to whittle the opponent down, and it was just so sweet to win that game. I shouldn't have won because it wasn't really very loose meta back in '97.
I'll say this though, I don't want it to come back. That's just me. the ramp player. You know?
It would mess people up, probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And people would just be
Now
like, "What?" It would probably be in today's day and age. It would probably have the same effect as like putting damage on the stack. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw some Sands of Time in there for old time's sake. That's a good one. I like
Screw
that.
it.
Good call.
Not a bad one. Definitely not a bad one. Did we get the Sarah Ascendant on the list?
Oh, Sarah Ascendant. Okay, we can get that in there.
Trying to work out some decent win con here. I
So
think
Sarah
we still need
Ascendant. I mean, I guess if you're gonna play a life gain strategy, you go Aether Flux Reservoir.
True, very true. Also, maybe we should get Avacyn. Maybe.
Which Avacyn are you looking at?
Archangel of Hope. Just for the sake of everything being indestructible. Because then you could just board wipe, Armageddon, more board wipe, 5 more board wipes. Oh, look, everyone conceded.
So much wipe.
A lot of wipe.
All right, so we got Maria in there, and I guess, like, what are we looking at? And then you can give it first strike.
Perfect. Love
the
me
banding.
some first striking.
Containment Priest. Could not cast Exile it instead. Ooh, that's cheeky. All right.
Do we want to put token generators in here, do you think? Or no? Because Mother of Runes. Wait, no, not Mother of Runes. Containment Priest.
Containment Priest would, if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Oh, that nerfs all your tokens.
Yeah.
Well.
So if anything, I think we would need to be more contentious about when we play that, or just outright remove it.
Sacrifice outlets.
True.
Like, it nerfs your opponents from going too wide, and then you just get rid of it. So your sack outlets are basically Ashnod's Altar.
Yep. Man.
So we'll go.
First thing that came to mind is, just put the Phyrexian Altar in. And then I remembered what colors were in.
Why not? I mean, hey, color matters. Like, who knows? You could have we could have an activated ability that requires quadruple white. That's a thing.
I know.
Is there something we could do to mess with mana color, like the actual mana production?
Man, where's Painter's Servant when you need it?
Wait, that's Painter's Servants. Would that do anything for this?
Painter's Servant's banned, if I recall. But it's a way to change someone's colors. Aside from that, I didn't think all the other main color changing stuff is in blue.
Okay, for each. It's an excess of number. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We're at 24 cards total. Let's talk lands. We've got one funky land here in Ameria, right. So clearly we need plains to make that viable. Like, how many plains do we want?
Let's go 27.
Got any pet plains you want, or pet cards you want to throw in there just for the sake of putting them in there? 27 plains.
Well, right now I'm thinking of cards that are in white that I really hate playing against. Like, I'm thinking back to that Avacyn deck my friend used to run, and he had no morals when it came to Magic, so everything was on the table. He ran.
Do we want to play balance? Or the chat's talking about balance here.
Balance as the card. Balance is banned. However,
Restore Balance is not.
Magus of the Balance it isn't. In fact, Magus of the Balance.
Magus of the Balance. Okay. And that's a little more attainable.
Yeah.
All right, let's go look up some Magus of the Balance.
It's balance on a creature. It was actually printed in Commander 2018, if I recall.
I believe You were probably right. Not Mesa Pegasus. Mesa Pegasus. Oh, that's so rude.
There we go. There he is. Look, everyone, it's Wedge on a card.
It's Wedge on a card?
It looks like Wedge.
Oh my god. Like if Wedge grew his beard out to his knees, yes. It'd be Wedge on a card. Let's see here. Okay. Lands. I think where could we go with that? What other spicy lands is there any other good utility lands in white?
All the main utility lands I can think of are in colorless. But let me check EDH rack. Lucky for me, I popped up in my spare time. It's like magic.
No, so far the deck is still only about $10 online. Yay.
Perfect. Everyone, this is a budget build just for you guys. We're making it budget.
I do like how they brought back Circle of Protection Artifact in the original Mirrodin block, and I was looking that up the other day, last week actually. I think Kenobi was asking about, or was it Kenobi or Abby was asking about, like, what are the most iconic pieces of art and whatnot. And I was thinking not so much the cards, but some of the artists and some of the stuff they put out.
Oh, yeah.
And Therese Nielsen did like a slam dunk of a job on Circle of Protection Artifact.
All right, I got one. Core Haven.
All right.
It's normal. It's a legendary land. Add one colorless to your mana pool on tap, and then tap, pay 1 white, 1 colorless, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by target attacking creature this turn. It's a single target fog.
Okay. Oh, single target fog. We're talking about prevent all combat. Okay, so this is like the lesser version of Maze of Ith. So Maze of Ith clearly needs to go in there.
Yep. And then Karu's a thing. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an untapped planes you control to its owner's hand. Okay, yeah, never mind. Maybe not.
Karu?
Yes. Although on the other hand, it does add 1 white, 1 colorless to our mana pool.
I used some of the vision lands. I used those in like Karu. Yes, so back in the original versions of this, Visions, way back, had original bounce lands or type of bounce lands. The downside is what was this? Return an untapped. Okay, untapped planes.
Yeah.
So this is one of the original bounce lands. You had to have planes and you had to be untapped, so you kind of lost some advantage. But this was the early days. This is one of the earlier bounce lands, and they had one for each color. And I know when I built my size stacks deck, I had the blue version Coral Atoll, and then also Soldevi Excavation kind of did a similar thing where I think you had to sacrifice a land, but it didn't come in tapped. You like got 2 mana right there. It was pretty sweet.
Let's check the chat real quick, see what they got. They've been throwing out some good suggestions thus far. Ecathin Store.
Ication Store.
Yeah. I think Zuby may be trolling again, maybe.
Of course he is. Because he's got the spirit of this show down. Ication Store. And let's go original art because that's what it... Oh, one of the battery lands. Is that right?
Oh, it's
tapped. Okay. Choose not to untap it. Remove any number.
Windbrisk Heights.
Put a storage counter on it. Oh, so I never figured. I guess I lost track of this one. So it enters tapped, and then you just leave it tapped, and it just builds up mana. And you can leave it tapped to let it store up. Okay, so it's a storage land. So, like, you can use and save it up for, like, if it's like an investment plan.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, Ication Store for some like big blowout.
Maybe then we won't need to add land tax. Who knows? Just sit on all this mana.
Add that card. Oh, but you should have land. Well, if we don't do land tax, you should at least have, what is it? Knight of the Orchid or something.
Oh yeah, Knight of the White Orchid.
Knight of the White Orchid. The Lion Knight. He whose mount is a lion.
Why'd they put a saddle on Mufasa? I'll never know, but you know, stuff happens.
Knight of the White Orchid. Okay. Doot 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 doot.
Jank suggested Legion's Landing. I know. Oh man, I have not been looking at chat. I'm going to get punished for that later. Snackies, Kildoran Outpost.
Kjeldrum Outpost. Yes, that's a token producer. Yeah. And actually, if we're talking about that's Keljor. A KJL. Like to spell things all funky. All right, Kjeldrum Outpost.
If we're going to talk about Keljor, let's talk about the king.
Okay. Oh, the king Keljor. So what? All right. So Kjeldrum Outpost, Darien. And then which is it? Keljor the king?
No, Darien.
Darien.
Darien, king of Keljor.
I'm not spelling this right. D-A. How do I spell Darien's name?
Darien. Comma, king of Keljor.
There we go.
There he is.
Should you make...
That way, if they do get through, we just make soldiers.
Whenever you're dealt damage, you may... Huh.
Yeah.
Darien, king of Keljor. Is there anything in white that does damage to the self?
Yes.
There is.
In fact, if there's not a white land or white creature that does it, I bet you there's a colorless land that does, and we both know its name. Ancient Tomb.
Getting out of that budget range.
Who needs budget?
Ancient Tomb.
It's getting a reprint. It's fine. And about
I don't personally consider master sets reprint sets because they.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't think even if they're printed more than like the original set, I don't know. I don't see it as. That's my own personal griping.
I use the term reprint fairly loosely, of course.
Loose reprints. Yep. Ancient Tomb. That's pretty nice. There's, you know what?
It's a shame we'll never be able to get a hold of it.
We can dig way back. We can dig way back to the dark. Brimstone? Fire.
All right, Johnny, hit me with that old school knowledge. Let me see what you got.
Oh my god. Go to explore. Magic cards. I'm blanking.
All right.
Shame on me for blanking, but we're gonna go right to the set and just.
It was recently printed back in the strut block. Pious Evangel.
What is this?
Is this the guy I'm looking for? Is this the guy?
Are these the keys?
Are these the keys? Are these the keys? I have no idea if these are the keys.
There it is. That's the one. Fire and Brimstone. It does 4 damage to target player and 4 damage to you. Can only be used during a turn in which target player has declared an attack. Target player and 4. So you have to wait until your opponent attacks, and then it's like this. He's coming in. He's swinging in for lethal, but you almost got him, and it's just like. You just happen to keep 5 mana up because why not? And you have 5 life and he has less.
Perfect.
Or something like that.
Works for me.
But there, this is a weird card.
Sounds about right.
We'll just make it fly.
Attach balloons to it. Let's see if it flies.
All right. So there we go. We've got. We'll save that. We're up to 60 cards presently, 32 lands.
Perfect.
You think? Let's look at that curve for a second here. The highest you're topping out with Avacyn so far.
7
Hour of
mana.
Revelation costs 3 less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents.
In every Commander game I've ever played with Hour, it's always hit above 10 permanents when I have top deck Hour.
All right.
Perfect.
Triple white Wrath.
Yep.
And let's say
it's worth less than a Wrath. Wrath of God. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. For 58 cents.
Yep.
Let's see. We're going to do... How many Wraths do we want? Like, how many Wraths would you run?
Well, let's see here. The last time I saw a deck in mono white with Avacyn in it, it had about 10. Let's shoot for 5.
That's madness. All right.
Oh, yeah. Suffice to say, the heroic intervention in my deck came in pretty handy. But
Wrath of God's just too easy. No. We need to be crafty. I want crafty.
All right.
I think martial law, is that what I'm thinking?
Yeah, let's go with that. Also, citywide bust might be useful here.
Citywide bust, not martial law. That's not it. What martial what? Martial coup? That's what I was thinking. Martial coup.
Zuby saying put in Armageddon. No. That's way too slick. We're not putting in name cards. No, don't be ridiculous. We're putting in Ravages of War.
Okay, martial coup is what I was looking for. Ravages of War.
It's the same thing, just name different.
It's so embarrassing. I do this live stream and I'm like, let's spell something. Nope.
Snackies. We're putting land destruction in a mono white deck, which is essentially just like putting creamer in coffee.
Yes, but almost like skim milk. So It's not quite right. You see the change. You see it change color, but it's not quite right.
Yeah.
Ravages of War. Oh my God. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing for $170. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's kill them twice. No. I like, if we're gonna do. Okay, I got an idea. Here we'll go with
Still budget.
Martial. No, I want martial coup.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think martial coup.
All right.
We'll add that card, and then. Oh, it's there. I had it. It was in my head, and now it just ran away. What the heck was it? Oh no. That's right. That's what I wanted. I wanted. Make sure I'll get this right. I think Cataclysm.
Oh.
Cataclysm was here. You go, and you can get. Wow, you can get the From the Vault Annihilation shinies for less than the original. That's
we're getting From the Vault stuff. Okay,
that's depressing. That's God. Shame. The shame. All right. So yeah, each player chooses from the permanents they control an artifact, creature, an enchantment, and a land, and sacrifices the rest. So it's not a full Armageddon, but it does Armageddon-y things. So there, we're gonna do that, and probably Tragic Arrogance.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh.
From the Vault Annihilation was a bomb, Ted, you're right. I almost called him Todd. I can't speak.
Todd? His name, you're calling him Todd? Yeah, From the Vault Annihilations was, I'm sad to have the handful I have. I would like
You have it from the vault.
I had 4 at one point. I got my MSRP back for one of them. I'm just hoping to God I can get a little more back on these last ones.
Man, I wish I had it from the vault.
Don't ever take finance advice from me, kids. It's a bad trip.
That is the second time I've heard that. So noted.
Tragic Arrogance. Here we go. Tragic Arrogance, the controlled cataclysm. The one where you get to decide. Yeah, here we go. So for each player, you choose from among the permanents that player controls an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a planeswalker. Ooh. And then each player sacrifices all the rest. So a little different. This one doesn't touch lands. I think they were like, we can't cataclysm again because that's broken.
Yeah.
So that seems totally fair.
Working on the creature base a bit. Bayard from Dominaria, Steward of Argive. He has vigilance. Creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures.
How am I spelling Bayard? Why's my phone blowing up? Jeez.
Bayard.
Bayard, Steward of this guy.
Yeah.
All right.
That guy.
Look him up on the old card sphere here.
He's just a good way to make people pay mana for dumb stuff. Just for attacking.
This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sat across
and then,
him on an arena match, and that was interesting. Got a big old butt, too. He's not easy to kill.
No, not at all.
All right. Seems
and
legit.
Then another really good way to get the kill in after we make a bunch of tokens with Darien. Let's put in Kwend. KWEND.
KW. Pride of the...
That guy.
Kwend, Pride of the... Oh, you know your Dominaria. Creatures you control with first strike have double strike. So what could we... Ew. Yeah, okay. There's... Oh, why am I blanking on what the enchantment is? An old one from like the Urza block, and it gives all your creatures first strike? Or there's got to be another thing that does that?
Like, let me think. Let me pull something up.
Something like anger, but not anger. Chat, you tracking? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm Born of the Gods?
Oh, Heliod, he poops out dudes.
Oh, yeah. Heliod gives vigilance. I could have swore there was an Eidolon that did it.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Yeah, I may be blanking. Maybe. All right.
Eidolon, Great Revel, no. Countless.
Eidolon of Countless Battles?
No, I don't. Is it? No, that's an enchant. It bestows on something. Oh, this Eidolon does the whole thing there. Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn.
I know it's a thing because I remember it being a thing, and I thought, wow, that's a really dumb thing. God, I swear, Xenios.
Valor and Archetype of Courage. Okay, Jank. All right, Jank's got it.
Thank you, Jank.
Jank for the clutch. All right, yeah. Valor is the original. Whoa, wait a second. First strike as long as Valor's in your graveyard. Oh, sweet.
Yep, it's the it's like anger. It's great.
Yes, it's the other anger, the pointed one.
Perfect.
All right, Valor. That's a good one. I like that. Clinton, Valor.
I swear, if I had Jank's card knowledge, I'd never lose another game because I always have the perfect card every time.
See, we'll have to we'll have a tournament with Jank, and he'll be like the archenemy King of the Hill for Mental Magic, and then everybody can take a crack at him and see what happens.
Knowing Jank, he probably specially craft decks for everyone. just to go up against, just like you get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. But then again, that's assuming Jank cares enough, because from what I know of him, he really doesn't give a crap.
Let's see. We've got.
I only suck at good cards, he says. Okay.
Suck at good cards. He's got the jank cards down, but them good cards, forget it.
What's an ancestral recall? I don't even know. What are these things?
Something, something, draw 3 cards. Something, something, OP.
Something reserve lists.
Wait, what else? Archetype of courage. That was the other one. The archetype was...
Yeah. What's magic? Agreed. What is magic? Why am I here?
You're here to watch me misspell stuff.
Oh, perfect. Now I just remembered why.
All the archetypes. Well, let's get familiar with them.
Yep. They give everything you control first strike, and then everyone who has first strike loses first strike.
So yeah, it's a giveth and taketh away kind of thing.
Yep, and the green one takes away hexproof, which is so mean.
And it was so weird that red got trample. I don't know. It just trample seems so off-brand for that color.
I know. Trust me, as a person who usually plays Gruul, it's such a confusing thing. Just be like, oh, hey, I need trample. Anyone got any ideas? Run Archfiend of Aggression. Wait, no, Archetype of Aggression.
Archband.
Archbands.
All the We're the Archband of Aggression. Rawr. We play folk music.
Perfect.
All right. Let's see. All right. So you got 32 lands. You're feeling good about that. So creatures, we want creatures up. You want creature token production, even in spite of the fact we're working around Containment Priest?
Yeah.
All right. So Sacred Mesa, I think, is one. But Sacred Mesa is a little funky because we've got... Let me see. Right, yeah. You have the sack of Pegasus. But I mean, we have the Mesa Pegasus that could just be there ready for it. You know, turn 2 Mesa Pegasus, turn 3 this.
That's very true.
You can just sacrifice your banding Pegasus to be like, you've made the cut. Now it's time to go.
So for the sake of making sure that we can get the best out of the token generators, I'm just going to pull up a Darian EDH page. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Everything's fine.
I know this is 8.5 tails, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, right. See, here I am thinking we want to build some. Then I want to like put good stuff in here, like a Sun Titan.
Oh yeah, that might be good. Maybe we should put Sun Titan in here. The deck already costs over $200, so why not?
Add a card.
Well, Rad, you want to put fetches?
Fetches?
Fetch a planes, get a planes, fetch a planes.
Fetch a planes, get a planes, get a planes, fetch a planes, order planes.
Every plane in our deck. Everyone knows fetches are good for deck thinning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Silly goose.
Ups your odds by a shiv of a %.
Yeah.
Literally.
You have better chances of Zalfir being phased back into the timeline than this actually helping your odds.
We all know Ted's gonna go hold hands with Tasty. God.
Like did I mention I do lore? Ted, right. You go ahead and do whatever you want with Tasty, so long as he consents.
Yes.
Yeah. You go do whatever.
There's all right. So one of the places I work at, they have like every year they have an employee orientation,
Mhm.
and they were talking about sexual harassment, and it was this cartoon
Oh.
with this like audio overload, like they had this audio over it, and it's just like these little cartoon characters, just like, do you is it okay to give a coworker a full body hug or an open mouth kiss? I'm like, are you kidding me? This is we have to have this conversation, really? It's like they have to put this in
Oh.
cartoon form, and it's like, no, it's like, no, you can't. It's like, duh, no, you don't do that. Oh,
Do we need to have this talk?
yeah, they
Like,
do.
they need to hire someone to animate that.
And they animated. It was animated, and that was the part that I laughed at. I laughed at that part. I was like, at the absurdity, and they gave it this animation. I was like, this is my life. This is just happening.
We live in a society. We live in a society.
I think Zuby's getting impatient. He's like, why isn't this deck built yet? Why is this taking so long? It's mono white. How hard could it possibly be?
Because, Zuby, I'm a scatterbrain. Get over it. In case you haven't noticed by any of the videos, unless you didn't watch my videos.
Crickets.
I didn't think so. Moving on. So, since we're going to go the direction of soldiers with Darien, Daru Warchief. There's a name you probably haven't heard in a while.
No.
Soldier spells you play cost 1 less to play. Soldiers you control get +1/+2. Daru.
Oh.
Yeah, Scourge.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Daru Warchief. All right, we're gonna go soldiers. It's soldier time.
Man, I never knew we could draft a commander deck. Oh, good connection, Jank. Very good connection. Putrefy. There's an idea.
Oh, no, not purity.
Yeah, purity.
Purity. Big difference between that and putrefy.
I'm sorry, okay? I don't know how to read. I play this card game so I can learn
we
how.
don't read.
I work with visuals, not words. You think I write scripts? No. Oh.
Purity. Oh, purity. Okay. If a spell or ability would deal damage to you, prevent that damage, you gain life equal to the... Wow.
Oh, that's just mean.
Library. It's just like... Oh, God. All right, so since we are pushing these casting costs up there, as far as the critters go, that's some big heavy there. So let's we're gonna need some rocks. You're gonna need some rocks.
Yep.
I know you got the altar, but that's not gonna just cut it.
Nope.
So let's see. Clearly soldering.
Yep, we're gonna need the ring. We're gonna need the we're probably gonna need the vessel.
Thought vessel.
Yep. Just because no maximum hand size, you know.
Because reasons.
I don't need a good reason. I just need a reason, which I have no reason. So there you go. I know that may not have made sense, but just hear me out.
Frittering end. Are we thinking there's gonna be a maxed out hand size? Like, do you think that you're gonna be holding up a lot in the hand? Like, do we want Library of Lang?
Yeah. Let's go with that. Mostly because I'm assuming you won't draw the lands you need. So here you go.
Library of Lang gives you control over. And for some people, I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of. So if people come back and watch this later in time, I think Library of Lang's an old one. For people who aren't familiar, you skip your discard phase, and then if anything forces you to discard a card, you can put it back on top of your library. So you could do some funky stuff with library with something like a Damia Sage of Stone, where you like go do things like pitching your hand to make zombies, and then this puts it on top of your library and you just draw them back up. It's like one of those loopy things. I always liked this card. I never really figured out how to properly utilize it in my youth, so it's fun to throw it in from time to time.
Sounds about right.
Now let's see. What are we looking at? Let's save that. See what our count's at.
Jade Monolith might help a bit.
Man, you're throwing out some old stuff. Jade Monolith. Got a refresher on that one.
Pay 1 mana the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to target creature this turn. That damage is dealt to you instead.
So save your critters, do your own damage. Darian makes a token.
Bingo.
Jade Monolith. And of course, we'll look at the unlimited version. Oh, I miss that art. I miss that old school art.
Don't let my age fool you. I know magic.
You're a super nerd.
Yeah, just a bit.
Jade Monolith. All right. We'll throw that in there. That's janky and weird. I like it. All right.
Shout out to the King of Jank for this one.
Where to go?
Angel's Trumpet seems interesting. Attacking does not cause creatures to tap. Pseudo-vigilance.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, Angel's Trumpet, and you pair that up with Caltrops.
Hey. Okay.
I had that in a cube, and that was on the field, and that was too funny. Angel.
All right.
Angel's Trumpet. Add that card, and then Caltrops, because that'll people just be like, what?
Oh yeah. What's this? Jinxed Idol. Okay.
Oh, that's cheeky too. You're still only at 16 creatures right now.
Yeah, I should probably get out of the artifact section.
Let's get out of the artifacts idol. The artifacts Jinx idol. Let's see what our number's at now.
All right.
Yeah, there's only 16. I think we'd never put Sacred Mesa in there. So do we want critters that bring in critters that are soldiers?
Yeah.
But what kind of
Thalia's Lieutenant might help. Wait, no. Thalia's Lieutenant's just a lord. Recruiter of the Guard, Monastery Mentor, Evangel of Heliod.
All right, let me just Recruiter of the Guard.
Yep. Who needs affordability? We're in white. We have nothing.
All right, Recruiter of the Guard. Angel of Heliod or something of Heliod?
Evangel.
Evangel of Heliod. What was that third one you got there?
Monastery Mentor. I believe that was it.
Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a... Huh. Casting non-creature spells. So we've got
a decent amount of non-creature spells.
Do we have enough to justify something like an Isochron Scepter?
If we put in Isochron Scepter, we can we can imprint instant speed removal onto it.
Yeah, Swords and Path, but otherwise, what else could we... Healing Salve? Jumma's asking if we're gonna be testing this out. This is more of a is kind of like this thought experiment. These I guess the wager can be if you don't play at least the online version in the next 30 days, we could put a little curse on you, but nothing major. I don't know, like a zit shows up at an inopportune time, that kind of stuff.
But, no.
Oh no, goodness me.
I
I don't. It's really just kind of like we're brainstorming a brew and looking at the final mess. I think I'll take the list and I'll put it into I like to put it into tapout.net, and then they've got a meter on there for determining how competitive something is, and
oh god.
it has no actual meaning to it. It's just
No.
this.
No, it's just dumb. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't want people saying anything on our turn, do we?
No, we don't want people doing anything on our turn. No.
Grand Abolisher.
Yeah.
And then just to make sure these 1/1s actually go somewhere, let's put in an offensa. With that bolster trigger, that sweet, sweet bolster trigger. Anaffenza, the kin tree spirit.
Anaffenza. Kin Street, yeah. Hang on a second. Is there an artifact that changes the color of a permanent to any other color? That would be a question for the chat. If somebody's in the chat that might know that.
Josh.
Yeah, this is a shame. Ted and Tasty are gone. They might have known that too. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if oh, wait a minute.
Extra planar lens or no?
Celestial Dawn.
Oh my god. All right.
Celestial Dawn. We might as well make. Did I get that one right? I think that's the one. Celestial Dawn. Yes. Everything is white. Everything is plains.
Perfect. It's our own blood moon. How nice.
Yep. Lands you control are plains. Non-land cards you own that aren't in play. Dispose of control. Yeah. Oh, it only affects you.
Oh.
You may spend white mana as though it were mana of any color. You may spend. Okay, so everything. There's no question about. Oh, that's. See, I was trying to find something to like manipulate the color of a creature, in order to make use of the circles of protection that they're gumming up the works with in this deck. And that was where I thought I could go, and that's not the way to go.
What are you doing? Oh, by the way, this is my agent.
Your agent?
Now, okay? We will discuss this later. Go.
Jim was wondering how late we're on the stream. Let's see. What do we got left for the brew
how
here?
Big's the deck now?
We got 19 cards to go, so we got 19 more cards. Mono white critters. What was it? Captain of the Guard is one of them, I think. If we're going with
Phantom
soldiers.
Generals had a really good one.
What was it? Am I getting that wrong? Is it not Captain or Captain of the Watch?
Phantom
What is
General?
that? What the heck is that thing? It's the 6-drop. It's 4 and 2 white for it. It brings soldiers into play.
Might be asking the wrong guy. I usually don't play white. I can tell you one though. Phantom General. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's a guy. Wait, Gold Knight Commander. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, or your control creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn.
Yeah, there we go. Gold Knight Commander. Gold Knight Commander. Add that card. Save that card. All right. Gold Knight Commander.
Spear of Heliod would be really good, just while we're racking up all these +1/+1 counters.
Spear of Heliod, you said?
Yes.
Spear, add. And then... what is that Anthem effect in white?
Honor of the Pure?
Honor of the Pure, that's the one.
And then while we're creating all these tokens, Soul's Attendant, Soul Warden. Is there a third one? I can't remember.
In white, it's Soul's Attendant and Soul Warden.
Yep.
And there's one more. I'm blanking on Soul Warden. That card. And I know it, what was it? It's from Fifth Dawn. White.
Oh no.
It's got pro red or something like that.
Oh, Auriok Champion.
Auriok Champion. There we go. Yep. And a Johnny's Welcome. Okay.
Yep.
Auriok Champion, a Johnny's Welcome.
Jank, we're doing tokens now. Now that we've got a firm pillow fort. Let's see here.
Johnny's got a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Johnny's
I know.
Welcome.
His name is printed on so many different cards. It's amazing.
And actually, at this point, since we've got so much token support, then we've got to go. We definitely have to go with Sarah. Either, I think, Sacred Mesa.
I think we should also do Cathar's Crusade.
Cathar's Crusade?
Yep. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control.
Cathar's Crusade. Okay, that's in. Let's see what our count's at. Got 9 more cards to go.
Perfect. Let's talk about Elspeth.
Let's talk about Elspeth. Which one do you want?
Let's go Knight Errant. And we might as well throw in Sun's Champion for bonus.
For all that value.
Value indeed.
Sun's Champion, add token generation. Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, speaking of soldiers, Thalia.
Thalia?
Heretic Cathar. We're not stacks, we're not doing the old Thalia. We don't need that.
The new Thalia.
Yeah, the new Thalia. Although new is relative now. And then because it's mono white, we kind of have to have True Conviction, I think. Because True Conviction. Gotta love them hate bears.
I'm not familiar with True Conviction.
JJ. It doesn't even work in the context of the song.
Let's talk about Elspeth. Come on, man.
That doesn't even work in the context of the song.
Fantastic. All right. What are we at? True Conviction. Is that right? Save that. Check that count. 95. 5 cards to go. All right. And
all right.
What's our CMC looking like? Are we like? We probably need another rock or 2.
Gilded Lotus, Thran Dynamo. And then I remembered we needed an Anointed Procession. Delightful. It's a doubling season in white. How nice.
Anointed procession. What is that?
Pretty much, if you create a token, it creates 2 instead.
Oh, it's an
Although it
enchantment.
doesn't do the same. Yeah, it doesn't do the same for +1/+1 counters though. Which is why it's only $8 instead of 60. Doubling season.
Well, they reprinted it in Battle Bond that they did not hype up with anybody until it was too late.
Yeah.
Print on demand.
We should probably give it an Audric as well, because keyword soup, as it turns out, is very effective.
Audric?
Lunarch Marshall.
Lunarch Marshall?
Yeah. OD.
Oh, no.
OD.
Odric.
Yep.
Lunarch Marshall. Oh, this
there
guy.
He is. Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
keyword
God.
soup on a stick. Gotta love it.
Is this the one? Which one? I forget which one does what.
This one, at the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until the end of turn. If a creature you control has first strike, the same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, skulk, trample, and vigilance.
So all the things.
Yes, or your money back. Just kidding. There's no money to give back.
Limited lifetime warranty.
Indeed. After 3 easy payments in 1999.
Derp.
Yeah.
Actually, what's another? I'm thinking other token generators. There's another enchantment that is not Sacred Mesa, but makes soldiers. What the heck is it? It's in one of the commander decks too.
Let me think here, unless chat has the answer.
I don't know. They might have given up on us. I think they're ignoring us now. They're just talking to each other. I should know this one.
I don't blame them. I gave up on myself a long time ago. Lo and behold, here I am.
Still alive.
For better or worse. Let me see here.
What was it? Not rally the troops. Oh my God.
Mobilize? Or no?
Mobilize. That's what it is.
Is it really?
I think it's mobilized. Let me check right here. No, it's not that. That's not it. What is it? Oh my God. Failing. I'm failing at Magic.
You and me both. But then again, for me, that's not very hard. Enchantment. I'm mostly seeing anthems.
It was in 14, and it was
M14.
No, not M14. It was in Commander 14. I'm quite certain of it.
Wait. All the way at the top. Would it be, by sheer chance, where is it? Marshall Coup.
No, not Marshall Coup.
Oh,
we've got that in. We've already got that.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's in one of my stacks of cards here.
Mobilization.
Sure. Mobilization. Not mobilize, mobilization. Yeah. Oh, got it. There it is. Yes, mobilization.
Shout out to Mr. Tim Bister for that one.
Thank you, Tim. We were floundering there, and now we're just filet.
Hi, we do Magic the Gathering content.
We pretend we know what we're talking about, and then we do live streams like this. It's painfully obvious what we don't know. God help us all. All right, so if we
I could put together a ramp package and a removal package easily, but once you put me in white weenies, well, I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, so it looks like we've got a list here. So we're at 100. I think that. You got 28 creatures and lots of token production. Let's see. Edit list, download list. Edit copy.
Man, there was a missed opportunity here.
What do we miss?
Iona.
Iona? I hate that card. God,
Everyone does. Don't feel bad.
It's like Iona's the reason if you're in a meta where someone's like, we're gonna play competitive Iona. And Iona, for anyone, I'm gonna pretend that we have people who play and don't play EDH and are showing up here to see Iona
Shield of
Shield of
Emeria.
Emeria. Originally from Zendikar, the first Zendikar. It is basically as Iona enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponents can't play spells of the chosen color. So this just ruins everyone's day. And there's only so many ways to get around it. There's Urza's I think it's Urza's Incubator. Something from the Urza block turns everything into colorless. So I think that can technically get around it.
Lens.
Yeah. And then that's where Celestial Dawn would come into play and maybe hopefully fix some of this. But not Celestial Dawn. There's not much to be done for this other than the only thing you can do is either Unstable Obelisk or Brittle Effigy. Is it Brittle Effigy? Like artifact version, like artifact permanent removal. And usually it's costly and usually it's not as efficient and you're just hosed.
We're better off just using a disenchant.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, you're not disenchanting. No, that's the thing. The only way you can kill Iona is if you're going to kill it with some kind of artifact destruction type thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you had to answer Iona, it would be something like, let's go, I think it's Brittle. Oh, Brittle Effigy. Exile Brittle Effigy, exile target creature.
Yep.
So, Brittle Effigy will take out Iona. The other one is Unstable Obelisk.
Sounds about right.
And I think these are really I'm blanking on what the other answers might be.
The other answer is I found something that's similar to Nevinril's disc.
Oblivion Stone?
Nope. Better because it exiles. Perilous Vault.
Oh, right, from M15.
Yep.
Because, yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, the disc and Perilous Vault. Okay, so there. We've got, now we're kind of like on this side tech talk here. Yeah, so if you got to answer Iona, you've got to answer it with artifact kill. So Nev Disc, Perilous Vault, Oblivion Stone.
Yep.
And then Unstable Obelisk and Brittle Effigy if you don't want to wipe your whole field. But yeah, you got to have, that's like, so that's actually the removal package that you need to have if you're going into an Iona meta.
Yep.
Gross.
Well, that's cool. Tim got a foil Rashad port.
Whoa, what? When did that happen?
He got it from Jonathan Medina.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to go, Tim.
But it's the M25 version, which is still nice.
It's a foil Rishdon.
Yeah.
Which is probably, well, let's look that one up.
And then JJ is on to us. He knows we're making things up. He knows.
Oh my god, Rishdon Port is foil Masters 25 is $40 card. Mercadian Master. Okay. This used to be, I think, $100 card. Just regular Mercadian Mask version.
Actually, if you look just below on foil.
Judge promo foil. Oh my god.
That's rent money.
$554. God.
That's rent money right there.
Oh my god, that's these little pieces of cardboard.
We broke Johnny.
Pieces of cardboard.
Tim, you broke Johnny.
Fine. Fine. God, killing me. Goddamn killing me. All right, so let's go ahead and copy this. I think this will be the raw unedited list. This is we just threw things in here. Let me go and pull up some tapped.net. Is that me? All right, username and password. Oops. It? No.
Take your time, Johnny. I'll just start interacting with the chat a bit, if that's all right. Does Tim even pay for Magic anymore?
There we go. Got there.
Honestly, it's the people who don't even play Magic that don't even do content creation that win the most giveaways, I've noticed.
Who's this?
Tim Canuck. Well, Canuck's a creator, but that's aside the point. Usually it's the people who don't make content that always end up winning the sweepstakes, I've noticed. And Tim usually doesn't have to pay for Magic anymore because he keeps winning cards.
Because he's always winning cards. And then he just sells them for rent money.
That's the dream. That is the $1 million dream.
All right, let's see how competitive this thing is. Deck builder.
Deck. Is this the part where I mentioned I usually don't build competitive decks?
That's fine.
Oh yeah, I don't build competitive decks. Oh yeah, this thing's empty. What am I doing?
I heard build competitive. What am I drinking? An empty cup. The cup is fully empty.
By the way, special giveaway just for this video. It's a bucket of decaf coffee.
A bucket of decaf.
This is a bucket I will never use.
What are you doing with a bucket of decaf coffee? What are you doing with decaf at all? Ugh.
A friend of mine gave it to me, and so I said,
busted.
Dang it.
All right, let's see. I think we've got this. The jank mono white. Let's see. Let's go down to is private? No. Is draft? No. This is the final product. Yes, it appears on the profile. Show competitive meter. That's what we need. I think we got it. Is that set? Let's save it. Oh, description required.
For the record, the reason why I was trying to give it to you guys because I don't want it myself.
Well, he gave it to me.
I'm trying to get it out of the house. Sometimes me not drinking it isn't good enough.
All right. And here we go.
All right, what do we got?
Final countdown.
Oh boy.
8.5 tails. Our converted mana cost is all over the place. there is no semblance to that curve. It is just like a Richter scale. Yeah.
Deranged nonsense.
Total nonsense. I think we got to refresh this because it takes it a hot second to get that competitive meter up. Still not there.
Man.
It doesn't even register. It's not even on the meter. Average CMC is 3.21.
This is why I don't play standard, because nothing I do makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't play standard either. Here we go. You are 51% casual.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We shocked ourselves last time when we built the black blue black. What was it? Oh my god, should totally blanking on this. Oh yeah, the Vela deck. Apparently we were 69% competitive. It was, yes. This means nothing. This meter truly means nothing. You can't really quantify what is and isn't competitive.
I know.
Although I think we lost points for the circles of protection.
Yeah.
Most likely.
It sounds about right.
And they're even modern legal. But yeah. Oh, but here we go. The this is the art that we're talking about. The circle of protection artifacts from Therese Nielsen.
Oh, hey. I like that. That's great.
Yeah, Therese just, you can spot it from a mile away.
Therese kills everything she does. It's beautiful.
Oh man. So there it is, folks. We went and brewed another one. Hot mess, 50% ish, this and that. And so if you want an 8.5 sales and want to build this deck, best of luck to you. Tell us how it goes, please, by all means.
Put the link in the chat.
Link in the chat. Go to the comments down below the video and let us know how this goes. Tell us how sideways this deck really is. And we put some fun stuff in here. But I know what it is. Yeah, Mesa Pegasus definitely brought us down the competitive, I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah,
and the
sounds about
occasional
right.
skirmishers probably as well.
However, having the Sarah Ascendant probably helps, but then again, this isn't time to end Thrasio, so not running Flash help doesn't help.
Yeah. Yeah, this deck is just weird. This deck just, for the first 5 turns, people are confused, looking at you like, wait, what?
What are you doing?
It's a shame.
Bye, Jank.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. That was the deck brew. Steven, thank you. Let me take this out of, there we go. Put my face back up here. All right. So that was episode 2. We did the brew, and thanks for joining us. So I'm Johnny Slivers. Trap.
Thank you very much.
And you can find Trap. Tell us where we can find you. Where are you typically located? I know I see you on Twitter, but where else can we find you?
Let's see if I can do better than Magic with Zuby here. Trapixium can be found on the following sites. You can find me on YouTube at Trapixium, Twitter at Trapixium, and just in general everywhere at Trapixium.
Smartly done. Got to work on that sexy radio voice, but I think you're there. I think you're gonna get it. That you gotta chase Coach in his audiobooks.
One of these days.
Alrighty, so there it is. You can find me here on the YouTubes and on Twitter. Every other week I'm over at 10 Street, and we'll be doing another episode next week. And I also am blogging at Cardsphere and talking about Commander. I recently put up a Psy Stacks deck, which I actually got some feedback from someone. It was nice feedback. It was good chatting about it. But yeah, there it is. Hope you all had a great evening. Thanks for joining us, for those of you who could join us live. And yeah, until next time, I'll keep you posted, and we'll be probably brewing another one in another 2 weeks. So if you got ideas, you got guests you want to come on, bring on here and see if we can torture them with a brew that they're not used to, yeah, let me know and we'll make it happen. So Steven, thank you. It was great having you on.
Wonderful being here.
And until next time, have a great day, and everyone, good night.
See you.